Okay, let's talk about signs because I've gotten a lot of feedback on a video I did earlier regarding birds before land and getting signs. Birds before land is a sign that there's movement in your external world. It's reflecting your consciousness. That means you're making the change within and it's reflecting in your outside world. You're always the cause and the outside world is the effect. But don't get bogged down on the signs because if you're looking for signs, then you're still counting on your external reality to rely on how you feel and how you think and the state that you persist in. So it's good you've gotten a sign that shows movement, whether it's movement in what you want or movement in the opposite, which I think is also a good sign because it shows purging. Remember, there's always a lag time between what we want to draw in and create and what we're thinking in our mind and in consciousness. But first and foremost, always rely on your internal state, always within. Change yourself. If you're looking in the outside world, if you're looking for proof, if you're forcing, if you're relying on the changes outside of you, then everything's going to remain the same because it's your outside world that is creating your internal mood and your internal state, the opposite. However, what you want to do is create from within. That means you go within and you rely on your imagination, your mind, your internal state, your internal conversations, your internal self talk, your thoughts, and your beliefs. And from the state of knowing, of belief, of persisting, of having faith, you know that you're the cause and your outside world will mirror it. So always go within. Manifesting is simple. We complicate it by overthinking and looking for signs and trying to get meaning from everything. And how do you know that it's moving in the right direction? Always ask yourself, how do I feel? What state am I in? If I'm desperate and feeling needy and insecure, then you need to do more internal work through meditation, through affirmations, through scripting, through doing visualizations, and persisting in the state, in your imagination of creating the outcome that you want. But if you're living externally and looking for signs and looking for validation and asking everybody, and that determines your state and your mood, then you're going to remain stuck and remain in that loop, in that cycle of almost getting what you want, but not really drawing it in. The shift you make first starts within. It starts within, and you get so certain and so secure in your belief in who you are, and you feel your state shift, your outside world will mirror it. And it's almost like you're so secure and safe and confident within yourself that it doesn't matter what happens outside of you. You're not even paying attention to it. And that's when it shows up. I'm telling you. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Always focus on your state. What are you thinking? What are you believing? And always go within. Don't try, don't force, don't look for signs. If you're asking me about signs and what does this mean and what does this mean, then you're still trying to force and almost manipulate things. Go within, and your outside world will reflect it. That's why this is an internal journey. It's the law of assumption. You assume or embody the state of the wish fulfilled. It's really that simple.